Hello, football fan. You are welcome to Football Extra Site. Today, we are going to be going through some of the interesting stories in the media. And where else can we start today than to start from this new one that came out from the Chelsea stable today? And we are looking at Mihailo Modric there and one of Chelsea player from the Women Football Club of Chelsea. And this is the official thought kit for the season, and it's out there. It's blackish in color with shades of or maybe some kind of pinkish there, and this looks good on light skinned player. I don't know how this is gonna look on a dark skinned player like Caicedo. I think I saw one impression somewhere of how it looks like on Caicedo, and it's a nice kit to say the least. And I'm sure Chelsea fans are gonna be falling over themselves to get a piece of this. This is a nice one shown, further down the body with the Nike badge there and all of that. This is a good one. It's a good one. And then this takes us into some of the events of the match between Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderer in Molineux. And you can always attribute some kind of line to Noni Madueke when he speaks, and this is what he has to say. He was being interviewed, and he say, "Oh, Cole Palmer is cold, and I'm the fire," and it was just simply on fire against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and coupled with the stories of what he posted on the Instagram when he said that everything about that place is just maybe kind of a rubbish if you want to paraphrase it. But at the end of the day, this guy is his lineage, his root is from Nigeria, and this one thing about Nigerians, irrespective of the party you come from in Nigeria, Nigerians are very big on respect. And then he came back out to say that he's very sorry that he said that was supposed to be a private conversation, but mistakenly got in the open, and then he apologized for that. And I want to believe Wolverhampton Wanderers fans are going to respect him for owning up to know that what he did wasn't like the right thing to do, and he apologized. And it was a good one for Chelsea yesterday. I think this is going to put a little damper on some of the negativity that has been in the media out there against Chelsea. It's been really, really negative against Chelsea out there, and you can see the celebration there, and this is rather surprising. That is Pedro Neto there celebrating with his new mate. I mean, in this picture, in this screen, what you see on the screen right now, these are about three players in there that weren't in this club last season, and that is the reality about football. Things change very quickly in football, and people need to understand that. People just need to handle things in football a little bit with some kind of you know don't put too much into it, because it's a business and entertainment, and things change pretty quickly. Don't take anything to heart. So it's very obvious right there. We see a player that should not be celebrating against his former club, and you could imagine why is he doing this. There are some clips of uh, during the second half, when the second half was about starting, some of his previous teammates were saying all sort of things to him, maybe to wind him up or something like that. But you could see his inclusion really helped Chelsea to turn the game around. The game turned on its head. They had more control. The attack was relentless. They kept coming in waves again and again, and that was a beautiful one from Chelsea yesterday. And one player that we cannot but talk about at this time is Mialo Modric. What is it with Modric? What is it with Modric? This player has something in there. There's something in there, and I think the challenge is how to bring it out. In terms of work ethics, he has good work ethics. He wants to make it work, but something always let him down. I want to believe it has to do with his football education, his development in Ukraine compared to guys who grew up in footballing nations like England, Spain, Germany. In those places, you would, people are taught football, proper football. And so this player seems to have a lot of talent, and there is a tattoo somewhere on his neck that I say talenting enough. He also probably have a deep connection to accepting the fact that maybe talent is not all that you need. There is more that you need to talent, and the manager is a bit not patient in this regard. They will help him, they will develop him, but I don't think this player really has a future in Chelsea. This is a club that keeps bringing top players in. I mean, if you look at the transfer this season, you have Felix, Yao Felix coming into the team, you have Pedro Neto coming into the team, and then in the next season, you're going to have William Estavio coming into the team, you're going to have Kendrick Pies coming into the team. Then how do you want a player like Modric, who is still now hitting the ground running? How do you really want him to succeed in a team like Chelsea? So the handwriting is on the wall. If Raheem Sterling is getting pushed out, uh, I know the narrative there is that it's all because of the money, his wages is too high, and I think it's not just about that. If your wages are high and you are really performing, it's never going to be a problem. But it's not performing, and that's the challenge with Chelsea going forward. If you are not like the very best that could make the club to be competing and winning for years and dominate, you're gonna get pushed out, and this is where I worry for Mialo Modric. I think he might be moving out next season. It cannot be more than next season. And again, we cannot but talk about Nani Madueke once more. He was on fire yesterday, got an hat trick, and he put in the shift as well, getting back and defending when the team has to defend, dropping back, doing the work. And if he can keep this up, I think he can hone that right wing to himself, while the manager is going to look for another solution for Cole Palmer. This next one is very interesting. It's very interesting. This is Mikel Obi coming out and talking about the response that Jackson brought to him. Jackson was he scored, and then he almost immediately just jump out there and begin to talk against Mikel, and then Mikel has responded that, look, uh, if you play well, I will praise you. If there's something to be said about him where he needs to improve, I would definitely say it. And I like this. There's no need to flip flop. When players playing well, say it. When they're not playing well, also be man enough to say that they are really not doing it. But if you only score one goal in a game that your team win 1-6-2, and then you start talking, what happened over the next 5 games? What if you don't score again? Is the guy right to talk about you? I think this is pretty premature by this player to really just jump on and to begin to say that a legend of the club should shut up. I think let's listen to what Mikel had to say himself in this clip. I just want us to listen to what Mikel has to
Really
say.
like the guy as a football player. I like him. There's something there as a football player. I haven't said that he's a bad player at all. I've just said that his finishing qualities is not there.
It's a young boy.
It's a young boy, exactly. And all I've said is that he needs a more kind of experienced striker to come into the football club to help him. To help him improve, to help him get better. And because we all know, we all can see the shift he puts in, week out. So for me, I would like to see my African brother, like he said, do well in the Premier League, come to Chelsea, a big club, a massive club, where we've had one of the greatest strikers in Didier Drogba from Africa, Ivory Coast, did really well. I'd like to see him do well as well, in the club. So for me, I will not be if he plays well, I will praise him. If there is something to be said about him where he needs to improve, I will definitely say it. And listen, if he scores week every week and tells me to shut up, I'll take that. You know.
That is it right there. That is it right there. What the legend had to say about all that Jackson was saying. Um, and that shows this players as the young kids, and then they are growing. They still have a lot of things to understand about when to take criticism, bring it on board, and use it as an inspiration to get your game going. And this is what you can say about Madueke Noni when he was getting, pummel by all kinds of people talking, criticizing his game about his end product. He took it on board. He worked on it. I saw a clip earlier today when he was training during the the summer period, how to finish with his left, accurate finishes with his left, with his right foot, left foot finishes, which are the kind of thing you really want to bring on as a footballer. So, what can we say about the striker situation with Chelsea? Because no matter how you look at it, Chelsea still need a recognized striker. This team need a recognized striker, somebody who can get that goal when things are difficult, when teams are going to sit back. With what happened over the weekend, a lot of teams are going to look at themselves and say, you know what, this Chelsea team, when you play against them, if you jump out, they're going to exploit the space behind you and score. Like the goal that Chelsea scored, I think it's the second goal or third goal. It must be the second goal, the goal scored by Cole Palmer. That was a space, all the space, because all the Wolverhampton Wanderers players squeezed high up the pitch, and the goalkeeper spotted the space behind it and just lobbed the ball there. And Jackson was able to run into that ball, ding it over a goalkeeper, one of the defender, and Palmer latched into it with a nice touch to lob over that goalkeeper. All in all, it was three touches: one from Sanchez, second from Jackson, and the third, the ball is in the net. Sometimes that's how you win games, and that is going to be important. Some of the time you may not have that because this team you're playing, they're all sitting so deep. So how do you play? Maybe you want to find space in between them. Sometimes you just don't find those space. Then you need a player like Victor Osimhen, where you could make a cross to him in the air, and then he could get to the ball with a nice header, the ball in the net. Sometimes it's just 1-0. Sometimes that 1-0 is what rattles the opponent and they begin to play out of character. Then you are able to find the space that you're looking for, and then you're able to win the game. I have seen City won many games like this in the past, and I think Chelsea need to explore this. So before we go today, we're going to be talking about Conor Gallagher. For some of us in Chelsea, we love Conor Gallagher because of his work rate, the dedication. He played over the weekend for Atletico, had opportunity, he was getting those balls, he was pressing, and Simone is going to love this player. And we just want to say that this is one of us also doing well elsewhere. So today, for all of our subscribers and those who come to our channel to just keep themselves updated of what is happening in the world of football. Sometimes it tilts a little bit towards Chelsea and everything around Chelsea, but normally this site is dedicated to football. I just want you to, if you want to support us and you love our content here, please like, comments in the comment section below, subscribe, and then turn on the notification button, and then we look forward to see you in the next one. Have a good one, people. Bye.